everyone, this is V with Real Journal Talk, and welcome to my channel. So if you are new subscriber, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are one of my viewers, welcome. So you guys, I just wanted to give my end of the week reset, my reflection, my update on everything that has been going on thus far. So let's get to talking. So for anyone who is new, just to do a quick recap. So I started on a health journey last year to try to make sure that I stay mobile, because I had issues with being able to stand or walk more than 5 minutes. So my goal at that point was, to try to increase mobility, and that meant just trying to exercise on my walking pad 5 minutes every hour, totaling up 30 minutes until I could build up a sturdy duration to be able to, to walk further. So then the first of the year in March, February, my doctor recommended Zepbound as part of a weight management program for me to be able to lose weight, because I was also losing weight. I was, monitoring my calorie intake and etc. And so she recommended Zepbound. So as of March the 7th, I started utilizing Zepbound as a tool to help me on my weight loss journey. So I started off on 2.5 for roughly the first 7 weeks, and then 5 milligrams from roughly 8 weeks up until this video. So with that being said, sometime in August, I started to transition where I was taking my shots at the behest of my provider recommendation every 2 weeks. And so now that I have had this life change as far as employment wise and no longer being employed, I spoke to my doctor, and her recommendations is to do once a month. So I will insert that video here for you to go check it out. It just basically gives a brief summary of how many pins I have and etc. I don't want to make this video too lengthy, so I will just insert that there just in case you haven't seen that video. So today is basically my weigh-in days. I weigh in at the end of the week, and so I will include a clip of me weighing in, so you will have those numbers to see what I weighed in last week and what I weigh in as of today. So as you can see, my current weight is 106. What is it? Is 100? No, I'm going to say 160. 159 point something. I don't know what the something is because I don't have my notes with me. I usually have my notes, but I don't have it with me at the moment. But it's 159 something. I'll make sure I tag it here. So if you've been following me, but just in case you're new, my doctor, when she prescribed this Zepbound to me, she's the type of provider that does not go by a goal weight, right? She goes by how her patients physically feel, mentally feel, and once that person gets to saying, oh, I feel better, I don't feel out of breath when I'm walking, my knees feel better, whatever the case is, and if you feel like you're comfortable at that weight, then she puts you in maintenance, right? You start your maintenance because you're feeling better physically. So in my situation, she wanted to reassess me at 160. So as you can see, I am under the 160 reassessment weight, that she wanted to reassess me. I'm not scheduled to go back until the first of the year. So the first of the year, is, when we'll come up with a new plan for me. But with that being said, I always thought, and I still think, that I should be at 140 just because of my height. I'm 5'6". With my frame, I've always weighed between, I would count as I got into my 20s, I would use that 120 to, and in my 30s 135. So I feel that the 140 is my size. But because my Zep bound journey is going to be ending eventually once I take that last pen, I'm going to be so much focusing on trying not to gain the weight back that I lost thus far, with all the lifestyle changes that I have accomplished as far as eating healthier, less takeout, very less takeout foods. I mean, really, monitoring my calories, get exercise in, because like I said, for 5 years, not being mobile, that limited me from doing any type of physical activities due to the back problems. So staying mobile, that's part of the plan, as I go down this new path, so to speak. So what is my intentions going forward? So as I just stated, as bad as I want to get to 140, just because I know I'm not focusing on the 140. If I get there, good, but I'm not focusing on it right now. I'm focusing on what I've always focused on, and that was to make sure I stay mobile and not have it to where I'm not able to get up, move around, etc. That is my top priority, because if I'm not mobile, then we all know where that would end up at being. So I'm going to focus on getting more exercising in. This whole time I've been doing the walking. I've been getting in some strength training, and then using resistant bands. So now I'm just going to focus on different little workouts that I see on YouTube, and just start incorporating that in my day, in my my regimen, along with my walking. I'm not giving up my walking, because that's therapeutic for me. For some reason it is. So I'm going to continue with my walking. During this journey, I know that a lot of people focus on, the physical piece, which you should. And of course, you're eating, which you should. And then changing your mindset, which you should. But for me, now that I'm in this transition until my change comes, I need to focus on having something to keep my mind sharp, if that makes sense. We're in a season, a weather season, where it's cold. If you're in a state where it's cold, those cold days are coming. I'm the type of person, I don't do cold. I don't do the cold weather. So that's gonna be that's my weakness. That's my downfall. Is I will stay wrapped up until I feel like I'm warm, and then I will get up and start doing something. So with me having that window where I'm usually up at 7 o'clock and doing something till 4 o'clock, my goal, my priority right now is to take that allotted time and do something to make sure that I'm keeping my mind right. Because if not, then I'm gonna fall down this slope, so to speak, to where I may shift off and may not start getting exercise in, and may just do something that I really don't need to do. So I have to stay focused. So that is going to be my main priority going forward, is keeping my mind sharp, so that way when my change come, I'm on point. I won't be loosey loose, so to speak, where I'm like, oh, I'm just too tired to do anything. I gotta stay sharp, and of course, like I said, the exercising. So those are some of the things that I am going to be focusing on going forward. This is it's going to be a challenge, but I'm up for a challenge. Oh goodness, I didn't even say this. I do want to say to everyone who left their comments in on my video, when I lost my job, and their prayers. Thank you so much for your comments and your prayers. Best wishes to me. And for those who did reach out to me to my email address, I appreciate each and every one of you so much for your warm comments. So, but yes, I am getting ready to start something different. And yeah, I'm excited. But I just wanted to give this update for my reflection, just so everybody would know that this is what I'm going to be focusing on. I will still probably do a weekly weigh-in just to see how things are going. Oh, I forgot to say this. I will be taking the shot every 28 days. I decided every 28 days versus once a month. And then, I know that could change the first of the year, but for right now, every 28 days. But I still want to kind of monitor the weight just to see if there's any changes between now and December. So I probably still do like a little snippet, just a quick weigh-in update. But other than that, I won't be doing a shot update until that time comes. But yes, that is it. I just wanted to give you all an update. Please remember to like the video, share the video, and if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to my channel. Yes. So that is all I have, and thank you so much, and bye.